Okay, guys, as we are talking about differentiating for our students in Google Classroom, I'm going to show you one potential way that that could look like. So I'm going to go into the District Elementary Math page, CFS Resources, 4th grade, into our Distance Learning folder. And I am going to find, let's say I want to differentiate the tic-tac-toe board that I have for Tuesday. So I'm going to make a copy. Slowly creating a copy down here, show file location. And so now here I have it in my drive, so now I can edit it. And so I'm going to make another copy. Slowly gonna load here. And so now I have two choice boards or tic-tac-toe boards for my kids to do. And I'm thinking about my kids who I know are gonna have absolutely no trouble completing this tic-tac-toe board. And so I'm just gonna leave this tic-tac-toe 3 in a row board. But I'm gonna go into the other one and I'm going to rename this to be complete, complete 2 of the 5 choices. And so I have limited the number from 9 originally to 5. And so I know that after looking, this one I know all students can do. So can this word problem, as well as this drag and order. I'm going to get rid of this comparing change. I'm thinking maybe about my kids who really struggle with coins, or my kids who don't have access to coins at home. And so I'm going to, let's see, just delete this one. And then ordering with chalk, I'm thinking maybe all of my kids don't have chalk, and so my struggling students, I'm going to go ahead and take that one away. And then we have this play a game. Oh, sorry, guys. We have this play a game, and I know that can be pretty easy for majority of my students. And then identify the error. I really like that one. So I'm going to copy that one, move it up, and I am going to delete this row. And I'm going to go ahead and fill in this to be, I'm just going to shade it black so the kids don't think they have to do anything. So I'm going to also change this title so my students don't think tic-tac-toe 3 in a row, there's something missing. So complete 2 of the 5 choices. And so down here the instructions complete not 3 activities, but 2 activities. Doesn't matter if it's in a row anymore. And place an X over the choices you completed. So now that I've done this, I need to go through and clean up my slides for what I've taken away. So I kept this one. I kept the ordering a word problem. I kept the drag and order. I got rid of this one here, the change one. So I'm just going to take those 2 slides and delete. I got rid of my ordering with chalk. I kept the playing a game. And let's see, did I keep identifying error? Yes, and I kept identifying error. And so I need to get rid of these last slides here. You might want to go through and make sure that you didn't delete something by making sure your links still go to exactly where they're supposed to go. But now you have 2 different choice boards that you differentiated for your kids. So I'm going to go into Google Classroom. And I've created a sample class to show what this will look like. So I'm going to get into sample 1. I'm going to go to do classwork, create an assignment. This is Choice Board Tuesday, or whatever your title is. Make sure that you are giving clear instructions here for our students. And then I'm going to add, it's right here in my recent because I've just worked on it, the original tic-tac-toe board. But I know that I'm not going to give it to all of my students. And so I'm going to, if you remove this, you can select students. I don't have any students in here, so I can't show you what that looks like. But here you can select this and say, okay, I just want to send it to Johnny, Sally, and Leo. And so then you can make sure that each student has a copy so they can each individually work, and then you can assign it. So only the 3 kids that you choose to push this full 3 in a row board out to will get it. But now you need to create another assignment. It can be the same thing, Choice Board Tuesday. Make sure that you give clear instructions. I'm going to add it, but this time, instead of adding the full 3 in a row tic-tac-toe board, I am going to do the complete 2 of the 5. I need to make sure that my students can make a copy. And I'm going to go here and I'm going to not share it with all of my students, but I'm going to share it with the remainder of the class that needs an assignment for Tuesday. And so then I can assign. This is one way to meet the needs of our students. We have some students who can breeze through all of these activities very fast, and so there may not be a need to alter assignments for them. But then you have other students who even just looking at a tic-tac-toe board might be overwhelming. So I'm going to give them 2 of 5. Or maybe you don't give kids a choice. Maybe you just tell them, I want you to do these 3 things. So I hope that kind of gives you some help and ideas as you are differentiating for your students. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions.